Today, the 31st of October, marks a day significant for millions of people. It was on this day, 39 years ago, that Indian Prime Minister Indira Ghandi was gunned down by two assassins. After the assassination, what followed also went down in history and infamy as tens of thousands of innocent men, women and children were tortured and massacred in the genocidal aftermath. But what makes this date so significant for so many people? The year 1984 marks a seminal moment for Sikhs across the world. It marked the culmination of decades of oppression and persecution of their culture across the Punjab. Decades where leaders had pleaded with the Indian government for basic rights to practice their religion, for simple, fair access to water for irrigation of their crops from rivers of their own land, and to be simply left alone to live their lives in peace. But years of provocation and oppression had pushed Punjabis, already a proud race with warrior genes, into a corner. After years of extrajudicial killings and state-sanctioned brutality against anyone daring to resist, under the leadership of Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, resistance had grown against the persecution, and a powerful movement took hold. As Bhindranwale then sought sanctuary in the most holy site of Sikhism, the Harmandir Sahib, or the Golden Temple of Amritsar, Indira Ghandi, then Indian Prime Minister, took the fateful decision to once and for all rid herself of the Sikh problem. In an act that shocked the world, she launched Operation Blue Star, a full-frontal military assault on the Golden Temple to kill Bhindranwale and his followers. But her timing had been equally shocking. As the assault began on the 1st of June 1984, the temple complex was packed with pilgrim families, including thousands of children celebrating the martyrdom day of Guru Arjan, the fifth Nanak. Over the following days, after heroic resistance against the overwhelming force of Indian tanks, artillery and 1,000 troops, Bhindranwale was killed, and alongside his body also lay the bodies of thousands of innocent men, women and even children who had cowered helplessly against the army's bullets and bombs. Operation Blue Star had been an atrocity launched by a Prime Minister intent on saving face against a people who had dared resist her persecution. As the world reeled in shock as news emerged of the massacre and desecration, and as families across the Punjab mourned the cold-blooded murder of thousands of their husbands, wives, mothers and children, the Sikh people vowed revenge. 4 months later, at 9:30 a.m. on the 31st of October 1984, as Indira Ghandi walked through her garden, the perpetrator of Operation Blue Star was gunned down. The guns had been fired by Satwant Singh and Beyant Singh, her two Sikh bodyguards. With the words, "I have done what I had to do," they spoke for the Sikh nation. Many mourn the death of Indira Ghandi on this day 39 years ago. But as they mourn, they must be reminded of why she died, that the terrible history leading to her death should not be buried and forgotten, and of her actions against an innocent people that reaped terrible consequences.